We're live.
It's quite
Three.
nice to know to you that you're alive.
Hi, Susan. Nice to see you, my love.
I'm going the wrong way now. Hi. Sorry. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the last Global Wellness Report ahead of our event tomorrow. Hope you're doing well. As you can see, we have the lovely Maxine English in the house with the amazing, oh, she changed her name, Genix Sessions here, joining us as well from sunny Brighton. So for those of you that aren't aware, I've been living on Mars for the last 3 weeks since we've been getting this event going. We have our first Global Wellness Awards, which is happening tomorrow in King's College in London. And what we're doing different here under the YYC Health and Wellness Division is we've got some amazing speakers come and share some business insights, some knowledge, and then we've also got it topped up with some amazing healers, therapists, and experts out there from the different realms, whether that's mindfulness meditations, whether it's Reiki treatments. We've got the amazing Jenny here's going to do a shamanic journey for us. We've got Manjeet, she'll be joining us later, who's going to talk about some of her healthcare products. And then we have the wonderful Hinks, who's going to be sharing some of the tips and tricks she does with her clients in relation to the hair and beauty side. She's got her own specific salt and no, I'm stuck on her. She's got her amazing sort of candles she's bringing out as well. And then we've got obviously everyone else that's coming in to share some energy, share some stories, and share some vibes. I was just going to pass to Jenny, but Maxine, have you got anything to add that I've missed at the moment? Sorry, my mind's on.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic day there, ladies and gents. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to get together and we're going to make sure that we give you everything we possibly can for a very minimal price ticket. I mean, it's we did an early bird, and then obviously we done another ticket as well. I mean, we've got the free tickets going on. So if you do want to join, come and join us for free. You know, if you do actually want to come and pay a little bit, then what happens? Just for a small price, you can actually get healing done. You can have an interview with Bradley. You know, and you can get pictures taken with people. So, you know, for that little price that you pay on top, it's, you know, it's not very much for something that you're going to get out of it. And as Rajan was saying, you know, we've got quite a few people that are kind of come in. We're going to talk, you know, I'm going to talk about mindset. You know, each person is going to get in and talk to you about something a little bit different, whether it's to do with yoga, whether it's to do with breathing, candles, incense, or whether it's something like Jenny when she's going to be doing her drumming. It's going to sound absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's something that we thought we'd give it a try for the first time. And with Rajan being a divisional director now on the wellness, it's something that he's going to do more and more of these events. But as it's a first event, come and join, because at the end of the day, we put everything into this. You know, we've had 3 to 4 weeks to actually get this up and rolling. We've had Christmas and New Year in between. And you know what? It's been absolutely amazing thing. And Rajan's worked really, really hard with it.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. And I'd just like to highlight on top of Maxine saying, just for those that are unsure, the knowledge, the tips, the treatment you're going to be receiving in this day. If you were to go individually to these different therapists, we have an internationally renowned lady that's coming over around the breathe side of things. She's even bringing some of her practitioners in with her. The tips and experiences you're going to get here. If you were to go and pay for these treatments individually, you will be paying a couple of £100, and that's not no hype. I'm telling you from personal experience of going to courses. We've got Jenny, which I'm not sure if she's sitting to my left or right on your screen. I mean, she does wonderful treatments herself around and the shamanic stuff, which we're going to bring her in right now. But for me, for those that understand the healing, the wellness, the balance, the de-stressing, all of those that may be suffering with certain issues or challenges, the way you're going to feel when you leave our event tomorrow is going to be unlike any event you've ever been to, because in most events you just get spoken to, you get a couple of tips, you get a little bit of motivation, you get inspiration. Here you're going to be getting some healing, some balancing, some alignments. As Maxine said, we're going to have a healing chair within the room, which we're going to energize with various crystals and intentions. And you don't really need to know about the who's and whys, but just know it's going to benefit you on many levels, whether it's a balancing level or it's something you need to release. Tomorrow will definitely help, and the benefits of that will, you know, be working on you for the next couple of days and weeks to come. But on that note, I'd love to bring Jenny in here to talk a little bit about herself, what she's going to be delivering, and yeah, just share some insights.
Hey, Rajan. Well, actually, just while you were talking, what came to me was just to say, like, apart from reiterating what you guys have just said, which is, you know, it's an amazing day. It's going to be such a multi-dimensional day. and a really good opportunity for you to actually ground yourself before you come. Like, take a moment before you come in and think about, like, what do I want to get when I come in the door here? Because there's going to be so much amazing energy available for you. But if you're connected to what you're working on in your world, you know, what you want to shift, what do you want to change, how do you want to be, what kind of walk do you want to make in your next 3 steps even, and you've got that kind of running with you in your heart, and you can take a moment to open your heart, you're going to receive so much more, and it's going to kind of pertain to what you make an intention for, which doubles it. You know, it makes it even more valuable. That's my experience, and I know I can, you know, go in open-hearted, go in, but with a focus that really is going to pertain to you and your well-being increasing, because I think you're going to get a lovely day and an amazing surprise if you do that.
Yeah, it's exactly right, and exactly what you're saying there, Jenny. It is going to be a multitude of different things coming in. So it's not you're going to one place for one thing. Wellness opens up a whole new level with so many different items and things that you can get on and do. You know, it does the mind, it does the body, and it does the soul. And basically with that, you know, by bringing all those in together, not only are you going to feel absolutely amazing, you're going to feel refreshed. It's going to be a perfect time, just the start of 2019, when everybody feels so sluggish after Christmas and New Year. The liver needs, you know, a little bit of rest. The stomach needs a little bit of rest, you know, and to actually, you know, make yourself completely on the right level, completely balanced for when you first start. The year will be absolutely amazing, and I think it's going to be like one of many great events. You know, Rajan, what do you think yourself? I mean, you know, you've been doing wellness now for over 15 years. You know, when you come out of these kind of events, you know, you've got lots of different things going on. You know, how do you feel when you normally come out?
To be honest, I feel pretty chilled. I feel calm. I mean, everyone's energy is different. Some people come energized and they're like, "Hooray, Henry's," you know, jumping around and stuff. That's quite a short-term buzz. For me, my perception of the way that the energy works, and I'm all about alignment, the calming, the de-stressing, that side of things. For me, it's something that works constantly. Now, with some clients, they feel things straight away. They're like, "Oh yeah, I can feel heat. I can feel sensations. I feel more calmer. I feel more relaxed. I feel more." But like I explained to everyone, you just need to sit there. And as Jenny mentioned, I'm going to be saying tomorrow morning as well, you know, when you come into this room, I want you, in the politest way, leave your ego at the door, leave all your mental baggage at the moment, any problems, any issues, any work, any partners, any crap that's going on that's in your mind, leave it at the door. Don't come with any expectations, X, Y, and Z. Be present, be open, and just be willing to expand that mind and receive. And that's when you'll really get the most benefit. I think anyone that comes with an open mind, that's not rigid, that's okay, this is a bit out of my comfort zone, I'm not really sure, but I'll go with the flow. Those are the people that get the best things. I mean, like I said, I've been in it 15, 20 years. Even I go to some events or I connect with some people at a group and I think that's a little bit outside my comfort zone. But you stay with it, you go with it, and then when you get home, it's like anything. You look back a few days later when you've been ill or been through some trauma or a relationship that's not that greatest, and you look back and it's only once you're through that you realize how beneficial that was, and you've peeled yet another layer of, you know, of the onion off yourself. We've developed another layer. So that's what I'd advise everyone. Yes, we're doing it from a help to grow your business, to help you come from that perspective, but things you're going to be experiencing are going to be working on so many different levels. It's not just what you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you sense, you know, and that's what we're really there. I'm about for the health and wellness, is to plant that seed in everybody's head to just basically open up their mind. There's always a flip side, you know, and for those people that life is only black and white, you're missing the whole spectrum of color in your life, because there's no just black and white, you know, there's a whole spectrum in between, and you can see a lot of it on Jenny's wall right there at the back, you know, lovely colors there on that picture behind you and stuff. But that to me is what I just say, come open-minded. Yes, we're going to be talking about some business practices, we're going to be talking about challenges and issues, but go with the flow, experience the healing, experience the meditations, the breathing techniques, joining us for the qigong side, the drumming. Just go wherever your mind wants to take you, but be present within the room at the time, you know. Everything else we can just pick up as we get back out, can pick up that baggage of life and the way you carry on, but hopefully that should be a lot lighter by the time you leave us. Yeah, it should be. If it's still the same, then you obviously weren't open to change, because at the end of the day, the most powerful thing in our bodies is our mind, and we can control it. We can be thinking about other things, not paying attention, it's irrelevant. and it won't work. So those that open their mind, go with the flow, you know, those will really see the best changes. And I think in a week or two later, when they reach out to us, they'll, you know, we are going to get a lot of feedback, I think, and it's all going to be positive, because I know the benefit of what I deliver, and I'm sure Jenny knows the benefit of what she delivers, and the other therapists that are delivering what they have, and those people delivering content like yourself as well, Maxine, Roxanne, Beata, we've all got life experience. And no matter who you talk to, whether it's for 5 minutes or 5 hours, there's always 1 or 2 golden nuggets that resonate with you that you can then take away to, you know, apply in your life. So
yeah, absolutely brilliant. And that's the thing, Roger. You know, so many people have so many different expectations of what's going to happen. But it's like, I know that when I go for things like this, it's very much that I know that over Christmas, over New Year, life has just been rushing past me. It's been absolutely manic. It's been, you know, whooshing past. And there's so many things that go on when it comes down to the stress and the strains over Christmas period, that I'm looking forward to actually just being there and just being chilled, being balanced, being relaxed. And you go, you know what, I've got nothing to worry about today. And even, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been to anything like this before, you know, whether you get someone like my mum that says mumbo jumbo, you know, whether it comes down to, you know, yeah, you know, these things happen, I'm not really into that kind of thing, give it a go, because you never know in this life is whether you like something or not until you've tried it. And the thing is, it's not about someone just sitting there meditating all day and you're going to be bored. It's not about that. It's about you coming with an open mind and you being relaxed and feeling like that you're present and you want to be there. And there is so much energy in the room, but it's a different kind of energy of being, wow. It's a kind of energy that everybody just feels together. It feels peaceful. It feels tranquil. And that's exactly what it's all about. It's giving you something, but at the same time, oh, I can hear myself. At the same time, it's very much like trying to just be you. But as you said, you know, leaving something at the door, I might get a little box and make sure everybody puts something in the box, that they don't bring none of stuff in with them, that it's all chilled and it's all stress-free.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's all about, you know, coming in, turning the mobiles off and just being present and just enjoying the experience on whatever levels, connecting with like-minded individuals. And then everyone can take away what they need to take away. Everyone's coming from different reasons. I've had lots of questions about, you know, how many people are coming, what's happening, and I'm like, you need to change your mindset. It's not a standard normal event where somebody's just going to talk to you for 7 hours and throw off a few nuggets that your brain resonates with, but your body doesn't. I've just got Manji on the line. Let me just drag her into the broadcast.
Yeah, bring her in. So what about you, Jenny? I mean, what is it that you feel that when you go to things like this, how do you resonate with everything?
Well, I mean, what was triggered when I was listening to you guys talking was just to say one thing, that was when we go for healing, it's like everybody has a different idea of what healing is. And I think, you know, there's no right or wrong way, but some ways are more helpful than others. And for me, I really always want to remember that I have a lot to do with that healing. So it's like whatever the practitioner may be, what I bring and what the connection to spirit source, whatever you care to use as your word for that greater energy. It's those three in harmony that really make a difference. You know, long time ago, I used to go in to see a therapist and think just because I was in the room, I was healed. I didn't think I could do anything. But actually, I needed to make a commitment to me for what I wanted to change so that those other energies can move into an alignment and dance together. So we're kind of like a team. So I would really urge people to not stress about anything, but have a willingness to have an open heart and an open mind and let go, see what happens. But just know that you're really important in the process and you're the director, because this is about you and you're not like anybody else. This is your unique you. So for me, I try to set myself into a relaxed space when I go, open my mind, open my heart, make an intention if it's relevant, and really see where I'm moved to go, because I've left a little bit of space. I'm not just jabbering away and filling the space. If I feel stressed or a little bit tension, because rather than backing off from it, I think, gosh, okay, there's a knocking on the door. There's an opportunity about to happen here that will help me move forward. So if I be with that discomfort in a relaxed way, then you actually get to see that transformation process. It's a bit like a cloud coming across the sun. The light goes, the warmth goes. Oh, but just wait a little bit. The cloud will move. The sun will come back. Nothing's permanent. It will keep on moving, keep on changing. And if you hold your ship solid while you're moving through whatever you're moving through in a lightweight, magic can happen.
Thanks for that, Jenny. I'm just going to bring in Manjeet. Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, but
Manjeet?
she's driving at the moment. So actually, is there any way of you putting over Manjeet?
Continue to follow the N40.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Any chance that you can pull over? Because obviously we don't want to be doing an interview with you while you're driving, because obviously people on the road and you're also sideways.
Yes, I'm done. I'm stopped.
Okay, you need to turn your phone around because you're sideways. All we can see is your chest.
Ah, there you go.
That's it. Perfect.
Good evening.
See my chest.
I wasn't looking.
Okay. Hi.
So how are you doing today, Manjeet? You on your way back from, I know you've been up in Birmingham today and stuff. So have you got any insights or things you'd like to share with us for tomorrow about what you're going to be doing and what you're bringing and what you're going to be sharing with us on stage?
Yeah, it's going to be the second day of my launch of my book. So that's going to be very exciting. Something that took me 10 years, of waiting.
Wow, okay.
I'll do it, and I'll do it one day. Yeah. And it's finally happened. And guess what? I did it in 3.5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
10 years of waiting happened in 3.5 weeks. So that was really exciting. And the book is launched, Health Haven. But, we all go through a journey before we become, what we are today, and how, as a practitioner, I went through my journey of learning how to get myself better after aluminum poisoning. And that journey made me then realize I need to go into alternative medicine. It was from there that so many other things projected, and it just makes you realize that life is very precious. And I continued to study to become what I am today. So this is my second book that I've written, and something that, like I said to you, waited and waited in the limelight, in the back burner. And when it happened, it was endless days and nights I spent and just wrote it. And it all came out from my heart and soul. Yeah.
Wow, that's the best way. So what are you going to be sharing with us tomorrow then on stage and stuff?
Well, tomorrow would be a real change as a practitioner in alternative medicine. What I want to give people is tips of what they can do for their lifestyle, daily lifestyle changes of food, nutrition, diet. But that also all links up with the miracle story of a patient who recovered from amputation, and we changed his life in 2.5 days. And that was in March 2018. He was back to work 3 weeks later without having had amputation. But that was change of lifestyle, that was change of his diet, and that was change of his mental perception, visualization, getting all the positive things back into his head to say, no, I've signed on that form, but I'm not going to go for amputation now. Because literally he had already signed when they approached me. He had already signed on the form to say yes, because the gangrene had spread so far. There was no turn back. But having done the tri-light treatment, which is also in my book, Health Haven, which I'll bring on stage tomorrow as well. And he's a living example. But all those wonderful recoveries are also in the book. And my whole story, Rajan, well, first of all, well done for doing this getting us all together. It's a big project. Whatever number turn out, we'll all be very grateful for your hard work, and a lot goes into organization. So I must salute you. And my idea there tomorrow is basically to give people an insight of how we can live healthier and wealthier. And that's what I want to project, bringing in confidence and getting over those fears, and not having to go into hospitals for, time and time again to get your blood test done and end up with nothing much. NHS is great, absolutely great, but there's so many other alternative choices in alternative medicine that you can actually use and also have yourself treated and have positive outcome. So that's what I'll be linking up with tomorrow.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, it totally follows a theme. You're an expert in what you do. You're changing people's lives. You're having an impact, which is what we're trying to bring under the Health and Wellness division. Is individuals are experts in whatever they do, however they work. They're changing lives. They're making positive impacts in their community. And I totally agree with what you said before, and everyone has mentioned before. It's all about initially the mindset is the first place to start, to make these positive changes. And in relation to the event, thank you for that. Obviously, it's been a team effort. I've had a lot of support from Maxine and Bradley and us, the guys getting it together. So, I mean, like you're saying, for me, it's all about the right people will be there on the right day for the right thing. And I've learned that from going to all of these other courses where you're going to just, you know, where people are just talking at you from stage. But here I know tomorrow's more of like a healing, spiritual, as well as a business type of thing. But I know the right people will be there that are ready to take that investment in themselves and hopefully move from interested to committed, because we know we come across so many people that are interested. Yeah, I'm a little bit, I'm not sure, but you know, open the door, put your bloody feet in and pull up your socks and let's get going. You know, I don't want to be a Gary V today, but you know, I've had a challenging few weeks.
Listen,
you know,
it's not, you may be tomorrow one. Dream big, honey. Yeah,
exactly. So that's what we're all here, is to hopefully spread that universal message tomorrow, get those connections, help other entrepreneurs that are out there trying to grow their businesses, come on board, you know, be part of YYC, get featured in a global magazine like yourselves, get in the broadcast channel, have you speaking on stage tomorrow, and hopefully connecting and getting your message out there to a wider audience. And then obviously we can take things forward from there.
Yeah, and for the audience you're listening, you do need to have a paper and pencil with when I'm on stage, because you'll really regret not writing the tips I'll be sharing with you. So, you know, you must have a paper and pencil, bring your highlighters, because if you miss something, you'll really regret it. So there'll be lots of tips to share with you. Yeah.
That's a good reason to stay present in the moment.
Yes, absolutely. Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you all know, is the reason why we're all on here this evening is the fact is that we've got a big wellness event coming up tomorrow. This is going to be our last live that we're doing. We thought we'd get a couple of the speakers in that are actually going to come with their presence and actually tell you exactly what they're all about and what they're doing. And what we're going to do is going to be at King's College. We're going to be running from 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock. So if you want to come and get your ticket, it's free to get in, but we do upgrades. With that, you can actually have an interview with Bradley, with Rajan, and also on top of that as well, that you can have some healing done. There's also different trade stands there as well. A couple are going to be there. So at least if there's things that you want to buy, you can buy things on the day as well. You know, come and take advantage of what we've got to offer you, because there is going to be so many different people there from so many different backgrounds that are going to give you their wealth, their experience of things that they've gone through in their life, the things that they can do to open your mind, open your body, and heal your soul. So, you know, all you've got to do is come down to King's College by the Strand. And with that, we just get you booked in. You can come down. We're all about getting together. We're all about networking with each other. So if you've got business cards, bring them, you know, and let's all get together. Let's all talk and let's all heal together. Back
Absolutely. Very well said. I couldn't speak at the same speed as Maxine does, but I'll probably try to do that tomorrow.
we're still a bit behind Bradley at the moment, but I'm sure he'll be like in full flow tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You will be there and we will be on time. All things will be happening. We'll go here, there, and everywhere and up and down. But we'll save that energy for tomorrow, shall we? I know he's been doing his long 29-hour days and stuff that he does. So I know he's just recuperating, ready tomorrow for the bang. So I hope you're wide awake for tomorrow morning, sir, ready and fired up and ready to go. We've got the tunes lined up for tomorrow, so we're going to be changing up people's energy, so we won't have too many stiff personas in the place. It's all about having fun, whatever we're doing. Please get involved. You know, we'll have a few tunes. We'll have Jenny with her lovely drum. Everyone's looking forward to hearing that as well tomorrow, Jenny. I've had plenty of requests around your drumming for tomorrow, so maybe we do a quick little breakout as well. And then obviously the tips and advice that we're looking to share and pass on to individuals. So as Manjeet said, bring your pen, bring your paper, bring your open mind, and then just be open to the gifts that you'll be receiving tomorrow that you can take home. And what I would like to say I appreciate it's Sunday. It's going to be early for a lot of people. They'll still be detoxifying their alcohol or getting over what they're up to Saturday night. But for those that are committed, turn up tomorrow morning. My commitment to the first 10 to 15 people is I'll take your details, and then what I want to do is share some Feng Shui information with you as we begin and get closer to the year of the bull, which starts on February the 4th. So I'd like to share some tips with you that you can maybe use within your home that can benefit with maybe some of the clashing energies as the stars within your home begin to move and share some of the different energies. So that's my commitment to you. Whoever turns up on time tomorrow, I'll gladly share those tips with you. Yep, of course. That's all part of the package, of course, under our umbrella. We're here to share. Caring is sharing. So, I mean, Yeah, has anyone else got anything else to add for now? Because I know we were only going to do a short broadcast here.
It's also a real opportunity for people to get back in touch with their innocence and sense of joy and play. And when we get into that kind of like that childlike nature of inquisitivity and playfulness, it's like we have it's so much easier to kind of receive that healing energy and be available. And I find it, you know, it's this humor is such a great thing as well, amongst, you know, all the healing stuff as well. But it's like when that element of play is around, it's like it's even better.
Yeah, there'll be lots of banter in between for sure, because we just can't help ourselves. Once we get going, once we get that energy going, I know we tried to be a little bit stiff where we need to be, but for me, it's not what it's about. It's about just everyone being comfortable, having fun, getting along, connecting on whatever level that is and whatever level you resonate with. So, I mean, for me, I've got nothing more to add. I look forward to connecting with everyone that's there tomorrow. You know, let's share some time, let's share some energy, let's share some fun. Like Maxine mentioned, it's King's College, the Strand campus, do apologize, near Temple Station. If you're driving, there should be some single yellow lines around there. You can park there. We're looking to kick things off from 9 o'clock in the morning. So we'll have a breakout session then, and then when everyone else gets there, we'll basically kick things off by about 9:30 is when we actually start for the day. So hopefully we see you guys there to connect, experience, and grow and expand your mind as well as your business.
Can I just add one last thing? Just if anybody's listening and feels like it, I just want to float that question to ponder on, and that's just, how do you feel about the way you use your voice? Do you walk your talk, and are you a voice of truth? And where would you like to go with that? So what I would be saying something about is the power of sound of voice, but the power of embodying your voice in a way that's truthful to your heart in order to connect. And that is very much strongly for me is through song and sound that comes in. So I'll say more about that then, but just think about, you know, where do you stand inside yourself with your voice? Are you connected to your heart? Are you speaking your truth? Are you how you want to be in the world? Or do you want to change that and shift that and crank it up a notch? Think about it. And I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes, the 7 golden gates, add a little bit to that. The 7 golden gates, which are our chakras, are amazing. Any one, if it is closed, there is a limitation of the electrical flow to the other chakra. So we need to make sure that all those 7 chakras are open and the energy flows amazing. It's just like a river. If you stop the river from flowing and you put some stones, the water is not going to flow through, the energy is not going to flow through, and the water is going to start smelling because it's stagnated. The same thing with our chakras. Anywhere where there's stagnation, it's going to lead on to some polluted ideas, and our thought patterns will be all of negativity and not positivity. Yeah.
I love the way I love listening to people speaking, and then it kind of fires a little light and you get a connection.
Yes.
The visual image that goes with what you were saying for me is like a tube of light, and if you imagine when you're pinching that tube of light that's flowing beautifully, or water, but the mind, when our mind gets too excited and too controlling, it's like we pinch that flow and stop that flow. And then you need to breathe, reconnect, and then let that flow come back again and change the stagnant water to clear and clean.
Yep. Well,
and the best place to start from my perspective is obviously the stagnant minds, the stagnant thought processes, the perceptions, the rigid thinking, how we're reacting to our reality and stuff. But I mean, we could probably sit on it for 2 hours talking about these side of things. Some people will get it, some people will be like, but there you go. So those that are open, I'd just like to give a shout out to everybody who's joined the show. Rita, hi, good evening, how you doing? We have the Bradley Chapman in the house there, typing away from his keyboard. Amit, who else do I see down here? We also have Susan Day, hi, good evening, and Adam Chelton. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, did anyone else want to share a couple of words before we sign off from this live?
Yeah, for those who haven't signed in or haven't bought their tickets, join us tomorrow. It's a Sunday. Spare your time. It would be, a change in your life. You don't know who you're going to meet where, and that could certainly be another journey for you. There's always a time and place for other events to happen, but tomorrow is very special because so many other speakers have a lot to share. It's just not a normal kind of, event where you'll have just talking about business or web or Twitter. This is amazingly, it's all about well-being. Am I right, Rajan?
Totally. This is what I've been saying to people. I know they're probably here all the time. This is going to be a life-changing event because the experts that are coming from the health and wellness industry are here. They've changed people's lives, and we want to share as much knowledge, as much information as we can within reason throughout the day to give you hints and tips. You know, any problems or challenges, we can maybe suggest a few things you can try at home. And the things that we're suggesting, we know they work. They work with our clients. They work for
Yes.
customers. They work within life. So these are life-changing solutions. We're not here to sell you marketing gizmos or sign up to these matrices or all of this stuff. We've been doing our trade for, I don't know, quite a few years between a lot of us, I'm sure, in our
Sure.
experts in our own field, and we're changing people's lives. And we want to share that information with yourselves and help inspire you and uplift you to start that journey yourself, whether you're already halfway through it from a business perspective, or whether you're looking to start your passion or your joy or get out there and shine your message and, you know, change people's lives in a positive way. And that's, to me, what tomorrow's about. You know, yes, we have to eat. Yes, we've got businesses. Yes, we've got things to do. But the main thing starts with ourselves, from within our mind and within our bodies, really, because it goes back to the old saying, health is wealth.
Exactly.
And until someone is truly ill, or someone that you care about is ill or has a disability or a problem, nobody pays attention. It's like anything. Till the milk's spilt, then it's like, right, now I've got to change. Now I've got to look at this. Now I've got to look at that. Who can I reach to? And I think those are the things we have the best results with clients that have got to that point where they'll try anything and they'll be so open and they'll run with it and they'll make it work. You know,
it's the
so
most
that's
natural medicine for your heart, mind and soul, to tell you the truth, because there's natural medicine and alternative medicine, Rajan, is so vast, but each practitioner has got something, you know, to share, and their credibility and their years of experience. We don't know who we will help tomorrow. It may be a person who's seeking something quite secretly, not telling somebody what's wrong with them. It could be some withheld emotions, but just connecting with natural medicine is literally food for the soul. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I'd like to just share last is I had an email from somebody yesterday that I went to college with. Now, I'm not going to divulge my age, but this was quite a long time ago, at least a decade or two. And this person said, "Hi, I've seen you on your lives. I've seen what you're doing. You remember me from college? I've got some challenges. I've got some problems in your life. Can you help me?" And I was just like, wow, that's the power of what we're doing, the message that we're doing by becoming broadcasters, by coming in the magazines, that people will reach out and ask for help, which to me is the first step. Most people don't ask for help.
Yeah.
So that's why I say whatever we're doing, we want to keep banging it on. We'll keep having our broadcasts. We've got the magazine. We've got all these things. But at the end of the day, we're changing people's lives and we're helping people, you know, get through their dark times and overcome challenges. And for me, for you guys who are on the call right now, for those that are attending Sunday, all the various speakers under the YYC, those that are coming on board, that's what we're here for, is to share that message, to share that light, and to help people through their challenges and dark times.
But Roger, and I was just thinking as well that the more publicity, or the more we have a public face on through broadcasting and other things, the more important it is to really pay attention to our own well-being as healers. And it's kind of like, you know, that goes for us, whether we're receiving healing, giving healing, whether it's to a friend, whether it's, you know, professional commitment. But everything is about trying to bring ourselves into balance, body, mind, heart, body. I've forgotten the 5: body, mind, emotions, and spirit. But you know what I mean. But kind of bringing that synthesis in and harmonizing that, but really taking care of those places where we're not great at loving ourselves sometimes. And you know, we all have those places, and it's like really nice to be in a space to remember, hey, we've all got this to learn, and keep on improving upon it, because whatever we give out will be resonant to what we have and haven't cleared within ourselves.
Yeah,
exactly that. That's sorry, Rajan. I was just going to say, I've just looked at some of Bradley's messages put down there. He's saying that you're 50. You know that, don't you? So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to say to you is that that's what I was laughing at. I was wondering. What I want to say to you is, you know, you've got to remember, you as a person, you are one person, you are one life. And the thing is what you've got to change your mindset to. Even though people say all the time, I'm too busy, but I need to carry on. I need to do this. I need to do that. And the thing is, if you haven't got your health, you have got nothing, because your health comes first before anything else that you could ever possibly imagine. So sometimes you have to sit back, and whether Mr. Bradley Chapman needs to sleep and actually get some rest, or whether it's somebody else that actually is working out all the hours that can possibly imagine just to go forward, what happens is if you push your body to a certain extent that it goes forward so many times, your body just gives up and says, look, I can't physically do this no more. So what happens then is it takes you twice as long to get back onto the horse and get going again, because your body just can't take it. You're mentally and physically exhausted. And the good thing is, when it comes to wellness, there's so many people out there that can help you. So that the group that we've got here today, I mean, with yourself, Rajan, list out the people that are actually going to be talking tomorrow and what they do.
Apart from the two that we have on stage here.
Oh, you can literally just list everybody, so at least everybody knows.
Well, I'll let these two introduce themselves because they're more experts in telling their fields. So they've got so many different dimensions and so many different levels and so many different connotations. But I mean, for myself, my background is energy. I come from a Reiki healer background. I'm into my crystals, into the clinical hypnosis. I'm into the Feng Shui side. So for me, everything is energy. The words that we say, the thoughts that we feel, the vibrations we send out. So for me, I work with clients on the mind, body, and environment level. So that's how I get real changes with my clients. I'm looking at their environment, where you're sleeping, what type of energies you're in. So that's my kind of background, if you like, is I just call it energy. People have different names, but everything for me is energy. Then we also have May White, who will be joining us tomorrow from Leicester. She's her background is a mindfulness meditation practitioner instructor. So she'll be coming down, giving us some insight. She runs her own retreats as well. She'll be talking about the mindfulness side of things. She'll be giving us a wonderful mindfulness meditation tomorrow. And then we have our headline speaker, Nevşa, that's coming from Turkey. She's an international breath coach. So she's got her own institute. She's world recognized. She'll be coming around. She's doing a workshop, or she had a workshop today in central London, which anyone that Googles it was quite a high price for the attendees today. She's coming tomorrow to our event to do a live workshop. We're going to have an hour of her time of this world-renowned lady that will be running through her various techniques and some exercises and teaching us how to probably breathe a lot better, you know, and help align the body and our organs and all of that side of things. And then obviously we have the wonderful Jenny here and Manjeet, and I'll hand it over to Manjeet to tell a little bit more about herself, and then over to Jenny to finally close it off.
Yeah. Rajan, for myself, as an alternative practitioner, I went through a journey, like I said, of having heavy metal intoxication. No, stopped now because I'm just gone around the service station.
Okay.
And that then, when I went into colon hydrotherapy for a detox, I realized I need to change my whole career, and one thing led to another. After having studied colon hydrotherapy, I realized, oh, there's a lot more to food, diet, and nutrition. And that's when I connected with Dr. John Walker, introduced diet and live juicing, live food. And then I thought, oh, this is still not enough. I need to learn more. And then I went into aquapunching, into Ayurveda herbs, into nutritional medicine and supplements, and along with Reiki. So, you know, and I find that all in a crystal ball, it works amazing. One or the other therapy, also including lymphatic massage, because that helps to shift off any blockages in the system. But always looking at my patient's body language and looking at their fear and flight mode. When you actually connect with that and you realize and you know, understand their body language, even in the first sitting, and you get the truth out, if not in the first, maybe in the second, and you give the right product, it works. But if you don't read the patient's body language and what is their withheld emotions and where the trigger factor was, and you want to just treat their symptoms, you have not treated the patient. They'll come back with very few good results. So treating the patient as a whole, you know, is so important, because they're there to sometimes hide the information, but you're there to explore and help them. And that's what I do. But in that whole interim, I sometimes realized that I had to slow down, stop, get away, take time off work, go on a break, because if you don't, as a practitioner, as rightly said by Maxine as well, you're running yourself out of steam, and you really need to slow down and take care of yourself as well. It's so important, because when we start running low and we start running low of energy, we start picking up all the negative energy from the patient as well. We are vulnerable. So as practitioners, we are not holy and mighty. We are also human beings, but we need to take care of ourselves as well.
So
Yeah.
we'll all be sitting on the healing chair tomorrow ourselves for 10 to 15 minutes then, yeah?
Absolutely.
we need to start with ourselves. What about yourself, Jenny? Would you like to tell
Well,
some of the viewers?
yeah, I have my background's counselling, psychotherapy, and shamanic healing. And I was thinking the other day, sometimes labels aren't helpful, but I've been involved in so many different forms of healing and training and what have you. And the most important part for me is my own personal life experience woven into those things and the output of that. So I feel very strongly. I work on all the different levels: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual with people. And it's really important for me to help them see their gifts and really take their empowerment back and look at their commitment to life. Because I know for a long time I thought I was committed to life, but I so wasn't. I was hiding. I didn't actually want to be here. There were all sorts of things back in my past where I wasn't really connected. I looked like I was, and I could speak as if I was, but I wasn't really here. And it's like really helping people in many different ways to find out what do you need to be fully committed here, to walk your talk and do what you've come here to do. So I work with sound a lot, with the drum, with voice. I was adopted by a medicine man who was working with the Dalai Lama many years ago, and he was a peacekeeper amongst the tribes, and I learned through sound and song that something came through me in my voice that helped weave energy fields and harmonize discordant energies. So I use that with people in groups, one-to-one, for people to journey on and bring symbols up, and then use the symbols as doorways to travel through. I'm an intuitive channel. I'm a firewalk instructor on a different kind of level, and that's a very profound thing to do as well, from a place of heart connection and actually peacefulness. It's a very lively, wild thing. It can be, but also there's a real side to that of doing it from a place of connection and peace and stillness. So there's many things, but I meet people where they are, and each person's individual. So I don't have a prescription, and because of my accident where I had to really bring myself back from an edge of nearly dying and choose life again, I have difficulty with my memory and organization, and so that's pushed me into a place of having to be or becoming highly intuitive, which is the gift from the trauma. And so that's what I work with very, very much, in that intuitive. I wait, I open, I set the intent, and it comes. And I look forward to seeing anybody who wishes.
Wow, that's amazing. No, thank you for sharing.
Every cell of our body has got information, and every cell has got a vibration. Yeah. And so has the blood flow. We have the chi blood flow, and if the flow is affected and the cells are infected, we'll have mutated cells, or we'll have stagnated cells. So sound, music, meditation, in this 21st century, we are so much distracted by other things in life, but connecting with the real stuff, which is, like you're saying, going back to medieval times, when they didn't have much, but they made some good instruments to keep healthy, wild fruits and berries and raw food diet, all that came in with them having good health. Even skeletons were which were dug in from the medieval and Roman times, and even before fire came, they died of natural causes. They did not die of rheumatoid arthritis and autoimmune conditions, and they didn't have deformed skeletons, those that were dug out. So there's a lot that we are doing wrong in our 21st century, especially with agriculture pollution and pesticides and sprays, that our cells and the blood flow gets affected. The blood gets thicker, the blood cannot flow, the cells cannot resonate, And like I said, anywhere where there's stagnation, the cells will stop moving and become deformed. They need to be like a 1 pound coin floating free around the blood. If you've ever seen a dark field blood, you know, you'll say, oh my God, is that my blood? Is that really so much activity? It could have flukes, it could have parasites, it could have worms, it could have bacteria, fungus, you know. It's shocking what is in a human body.
For now, we won't put anyone off. But I think for now, you know, we've all got amazing stories. There's lots more content. And if you want to know more, you have to come and buy a ticket and turn up.
But I am going to say one thing though, Rajan.
Content and information.
There's going to be a little bit of a special offer going on right now. And what that special offer is for you people out there that have actually sat through this near enough for an hour now. And we've gone through some content with you that's going to come on tomorrow, and also spoke to you about the people that are actually going to be on here. And the thing is, it's going to be absolutely an amazing event tomorrow, not just by speaking, but also networking with like-minded people to open you up and to make you better for 2019. You know, and once we get you there, we can then give you everything you can possibly imagine. So what we're actually going to do is offer you a little something today. And that little something is, because you've actually sat here and you've gone through an hour with us, because you've actually sat here and actually taken in that content and you've bought yourself a ticket, that if you decide to come on our first event ever in wellness, not only will you get a chance possibly to get into the magazine, but we'll also give you a free ticket to our wellness event. To our empowerment event. So that's going to be worth £24.50 to you. So if you come tomorrow, upgrade your ticket, come and get yourself some healing, or come and get an interview with Bradley, then also we'll give you a free ticket worth £24.50 for our wellness event with over 45 speakers. So that's our little something from us to you, just for being here tonight and for coming tomorrow, as a thank you, as a loyalty for being at our first event.
Wonderful.
And I just want to share about obviously Hinks Halai, who hasn't been able to make it on the call today because she's still busy working away making her wonderful candles for tomorrow. So a little bit about Hinks, for those of you that don't know, she's an image beauty consultant. So what she does, she runs her own salon, obviously working. I'm not an expert on the lady side of things, but with hair, eyelashes, beauty, makeup. She also obviously creates her candles. She's also a Reiki healer as well. And then she also is bringing in some rejuvenation utensils, which we can try tomorrow. I believe there's something that, not that I'm saying I need them, that you can see from here, but help with the fine line side of things, you know. She'll be demonstrating some of those products she'll have there tomorrow. She'll be selling some of her sage and salt candles. She's got some chakra candles. So she'll be bringing in her various products that people can actually take away with them from that day. We'll be burning them throughout the day. So the energy that you'll sense and smell throughout the day, those vibes, when you go home and light that candle, your subconscious will resonate with what you've been feeling throughout the day. So that will just continue it on for another couple of days or a couple of weeks whenever you burn that candle. Because for those that you know, that obviously sage is a cleanser, it's a balancer, it's an energizer, it re-energizes our energy. So for now, I mean, I think we've given them more than enough content for today. Anything else, I think we can, you know, start charging for the next half hour. But from my perspective, you know, you've got to appreciate what you receive, and we spent a lot of time learning our trade and craft. So for now, I'll leave it. You need to know more, reach out to us tomorrow, bring your lists of problems and challenges, and then we'll work out something, or else we'll save it for the next workshop. I think the next workshop that we do, we'll have an amazing event as well. We've already got such great content here. We've given you little insights into some of our 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years experience, whatever we've all got individually. You know, you can't pay for that. The knowledge, the insights that we're going to be sharing, and then the rest of it we'll save for our wellness event part 2.
So thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. As you can see, we're going to see you tomorrow at King's College at the Strand from 9 o'clock till 5. We're going to see you there. We're going to get you going ready for 2019. We're going to change your mind. We're going to chill you out. We're going to make sure you do a bit of meditation to get yourself ready and go in for your business and also in your life. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night. And Manjit says goodbye as well. Cheers. See you tomorrow. Yeah? Take care. Bye.